All right, y'all. So let's talk about the Apple event right quick. So I don't know if it was me while I'm pulling this up, but I really wasn't too excited after seeing the Apple event. So before, I was all excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, Apple event, we about to get some cool products, a nice good software upgrade, like it's about to be lit. And it was anything but, in my opinion. And I've been on social media and other people kind of had the same type of expression too. So with this recent Apple event, this is really not from like a tech expert type of review standpoint or whatever, but just from like a regular consumer, I would say that the Apple event, it wasn't what I thought. It wasn't giving what I thought it was going to give. So if you happen to be under a rock or whatever and you don't know exactly what Apple came out with, let me just read it off the screen. So you have the iPhone 15 Pro, you have the iPhone 15 Pro Max, iPhone 15, the iPhone 15 Plus. These particular phones, they have new cameras, charging ports, and some of them have like a new back color. So it's supposed to be like infused with like different like colors, like two colors or something like that. I don't know. I went in and out of listening at the event. Also is a new Apple Watch Series 9, Apple Watch Ultra 2. Also, they're getting rid of leather options, which is supposed to be more sustainable for the earth. I thought that was really cool. So now like the Apple bands and stuff, they're not going to be like, I mean, this is not leather, but they're not going to be leather anymore. They're getting rid of all of the, like their leather things or whatever. And I think it's like a new software update. And this right here, when I say I think, this is how I know that I really didn't watch it as closely as I would normally watch, because usually I would be tuned in to the Apple special or Apple event or whatever you want to call it. But this time around, I don't know what happened. And I was like, okay, so we got new phones. And, you know, I checked back and like, do we got any new computers? Like, what else new is coming out? And once they start talking about the cameras, anytime they jump right to the cameras, I already know it's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be a lot out. And then they came back saying like, oh, we have like the iPhone is now having like this charging port. I forgot what the charging port is, but it's the charging port that I use for my iPad. And I'm like, great. And everybody else is making fun of us because it's like finally Apple is changing over its port, but everybody who has like the other charger who actually uses like Apple, probably the older products, like, oh great, now I have to go out and get this if I want this new iPhone or whatever. It wasn't giving what everybody else thought it was going to give. And that leads to my first point. As I scroll down on this little screen, it was not like an exciting product launch at all. Like, we got some iPhones, we got a watch. And I was really hoping, since it was kind of condensed, that the iPhone 15 was going to like do a lot. And I found myself telling my sister, I'm like, this iPhone, when it comes down to like the dynamic island and some of the other features that they were talking about, I'm like, that's low-key my phone, but I guess an iPhone 15 version. Oh, great. I feel like the iPhones that they put out this year is for somebody who has like a older, like let's say like anything before the 10. So if you have anything before the 10, upgrading to the 15 to me would make sense. If you have anything from the 10 to the 14, I wouldn't upgrade. Like, I don't plan to upgrade this year. And it just like the iPhone 15 to me wasn't as exciting as, let's say, the iPhone 14 or 13 or 12. Or I remember when the 10 came out and I got the 10, I was really excited about that. So that's how I really want to feel this time around. But it wasn't that. And the second thing is, it seemed to be a little stagnant. I really hate to say that, but it really did seem to be a little stagnant in how, you know, the products were featured. Like, I thought the leather for the watches, I thought that was a really good point to kind of make. But when it came down to like everything else, I was like, I saw somewhere on like Twitter or whatever that like this could have probably been, it was a Twitter, it was an article somebody was reading, and they were like, yeah, this probably could have been an email. And I'm like, I hate to say that, but it probably could have been an email. But the thing is, I really don't want to admit that, because as you can see, I have a Apple Watch. Like, Apple is my ecosystem. Like, I am deeply ingrained in the Apple ecosystem. That's why I really was like, wow, like, nothing that they put out really makes me want to go out and buy anything. And I felt like it was a little stagnant. Now, my third point is of why it didn't hit the way I guess the previous Apple events have kind of hit in the past and really have made everybody excited to go out and buy new products and stuff. Is because it didn't make me feel like I wanted to go out and buy the iPhone 15. I don't want to go out and buy a new Apple Watch. I don't want to go out and buy a non-leather like wristband. I think it's cool, and I keep going back to the wristband because I think that was like the highlight for me. I think it's cool that they have those wristbands now, but when they drop, am I going out to get them? Probably not, unless something happens to this Apple Watch or this band or whatever. That's when I would probably upgrade. That's when I would probably get that new band. But like, no. You know what I'm looking forward to is like the VR, the virtual reality glasses things, goggles or whatever that they are planning to like drop next year. That's what I'm looking forward to. But outside of what they released like this week, I'm like, eh. And I really hate to say that because I really do like Apple. Like, everything I have is Apple. Like, if they were to put an Apple car, I probably would get it. I would be one of those people that would probably like try to get an Apple car. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I know it sounds crazy because we all know that yeah, we all know how the battery, you know, if you know, you know. I'm still gonna be a fan of Apple. I guess I just won't get the 15, you know, but I will encourage other people who do have older phones to get the 15 because I think it's worth it for them. If you have an older iWatch, and I guess it's worth it for you, or yeah, iWatch is what they call it. Get it for you. But maybe they're going to surprise us. That's what I'm going to think. They're going to surprise us. But anyway, until the next video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and also share your thoughts and reactions as to what did you think of the Apple event. Like, did you watch the Apple event, or were you like me trying to tune in and tune out because it just wasn't capturing your, you know, attention like it has in the past? Like, definitely share your thoughts below, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.